Greetings, citizens, and welcome to another Real Comic Heroes podcast. I'm Travis.
And I'm Patrick. Today we're watching, you guessed it, another James Bond movie, Thunderball.
Boom, 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 Thunderball.
Yeah.
This summer.
Man, as we were talking before we got on mic, I'm starting to blend all the Bond movies.
Yeah.
There's only so much Bond machismo I think I can handle in a row.
Well, for me, all the supporting characters start to blend together.
Yeah.
The women, the villains.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out which... I think I was saying From Russia with Love is the one I keep forgetting about for whatever reason.
And that's our highest rated one, I think, so far.
No, I think it was
Goldfinger. We did give Goldfinger higher rating, that's right.
Because it felt like the most...
That's right. Yeah.
James Bondish.
Yeah.
Screensaver went on, so I thought we started.
Starts off with serene photos of nature.
Yeah, a little departure from the normal Bond sequence.
And that brings up a good point. This time we're doing this one on Apple through the Apple TV. We're just going to watch it through the iTunes store rather than a DVD or Blu-ray. So it's still a very high quality picture, so that'll be nice for us. And we've got the audio, the subtitles already turned on.
Yeah, I should say I watched my Thunderball on YouTube, which was not of the best quality.
Yeah.
And who knows, they may have spliced in some scenes that don't really belong in the movie, for all I know. So this may be an entirely new movie to me.
Yeah, you watched the 4-hour cut, right?
Felt like it. Yeah. I watched Sean Connery's cut of the movie. It's basically lots of wet chest hair shots.
Oh, yeah. Hope you like water, folks.
This was Waterworld before Waterworld.
Yeah. Okay, we're at the Lion. So, if you're ready, I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Let's hit play in 3, 2, 1.
Roar.
Good kitty.
And the dots have come back. I always want to sing "Connect the Dots."
Yeah.
La, la, la.
I forget, was Goldfinger the first time we had Bond in the opening in the gun barrel?
No,
because this is
that was
Sean Connery.
Yeah, this is the first one.
Okay.
Yes, James Bond's dead. And movie over.
Yeah, we're at a funeral with JB on the coffin, and sadly he's dead. There's a widow.
Not cliched at all with the black veil.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a big thing back then, but
I think so.
I never see it today.
Mm.
Alright. Little known fact, I had to perform the funeral rites when I was an altar boy.
Really?
So I was shaking around that incense.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Huh.
And the priest was mumbling gibberish that I couldn't understand.
Latin gibberish.
Probably.
Yeah. So we're at a funeral. James Bond was up in the balcony, and he's talking to a French lady, I think, because she's just now saying that, is there anything the French office can do for you, but they're overseeing this funeral of some enemy of Bond's. We don't know. His name was Jacques Bouvard.
Bond wish he killed him instead or something like that.
I did the little bit of research, and Bouvard had killed 2 other agents. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they were double O's, but
Bond knew them.
So he's just, paying his respects to his enemy kind of thing.
Yeah, I didn't quite get that, because I thought that's why he wanted to kill him, because he killed 2 of his.
Yeah.
But
so the widow is coming back to some chateau, some really nice estate here, and Bond is waiting for him. Her waiting for the widow.
It's a sympathy bang.
Yeah. Ooh, punch right to the mush. James Bond will punch a bitch.
That's a man, baby.
Yeah. And it is a man. This is Jacques Bouvard. So he was at his own funeral. Lots of broken furniture. They're just whipping chairs around left and right.
I like the sped up
yeah.
film again.
Yeah. And this is Bob Simmons. So this is the stuntman who we've been seeing in the gun barrel in the beginnings. But this is him in drag.
And this inspired RuPaul.
Yeah.
Don't Google that.
Right. So, ooh. Nice fire poker to the throat.
And that's why
Dead.
Bond is now in the barrel gun. He killed his former barrel gun.
I like this. He takes the flowers out of the thing and just chucks them on the corpse. It's a nice little touch as he makes his exit.
I thought that was weird. I was like, does Bond have a calling card? And it's
a bunch
roses
of tulips.
or tulips, whatever.
Okay, this is awesome, but weird. Okay, so Bond gets up to the roof where there's a jetpack waiting. So did he arrive via jetpack?
Either that or somebody was setting him up with toys and a really dorky helmet.
Yeah. And that jetpack worked. It wasn't Connery in the jetpack, but it flew for like 20 seconds at a time or something. So kind of cool.
It was a stunt guy that I guess he was one of two people in the world that could or was qualified to fly it.
Yeah. So they've hopped back in the Aston Martin. Shields are raised. Is it fake water? What it was shooting at him right there? The line just looked weird. I don't know.
And the car was all rusty. I guess undercover.
Yeah. So they went from water spraying to little water bubbles, and
the water theme has commenced.
Yeah. Get used to it. We're gonna have to pee like 7 times during this movie. So we got Tom Jones on the intro song. Some of the lyrics are pretty terrible. They've got
that's why I wanted to throw my underwear at the screen.
Yeah.
Tom Jones is singing.
He says he always runs while others walk. He acts while other men just talk. So it makes me to me the song and the title of the movie are funnier when you think of them at like how Goldfinger was the name of the guy. Yeah. So I like to think that Thunderball is some dude just.
Yeah, that's the part that was weird to me. I'm like, because we went from Goldfinger and that made sense because the villain, but I mean, I couldn't. I didn't get this connection as well.
No, it was just one of those mission titles, but the song doesn't really have anything to do with.
They should have called it Mongo.
Mongo.
That's what I kept thinking the villain was in my head for some. It was close.
Yeah. They actually had a couple different songs for the movie. One was Mr. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang that Shirley Bassey did, and it's in that same vein of Goldfinger, and it's kind of fun. But my favorite version is Johnny Cash submitted his own version of Thunderball, and it's awesome. It sounds like he's singing about a western, like, I don't know, western gunfight train movie. It's really cool. I think I'll actually link that to the post when we put this one up.
Yeah, I was expecting the theme song to be like Thunderball, balls of thunder.
That's kind of what the Johnny Cash one sounds like.
I fell into a thundering ball. And no, I'm not a trained singer. Yeah. I know it sounds like it.
Sorry, folks. This one we got Terrence Young is back to direct. He did Dr. No and From Russia with Love, but then the previous director, now his name escapes me, didn't want to come back for 2 in a row, so they went back to the first guy. And we are in Paris, because you can see the Eiffel Tower from anywhere.
That guy's got an eye patch. I'm guessing he's good.
Oh, yeah. So we're at some consulate?
I think it was Brazilian.
Brotherhood of something something. Doesn't matter.
Always is so weird seeing the offices with all the typewriters.
Yeah. Where's the computers? So it's got this like cigarette case looking device that opens it up to all kinds of buttons and there's this giant room inside this, office building.
Yeah.
But you just know that's Ken Adam is back for production design.
That is so weird.
Yeah. But this is pretty awesome because you got a room full of, number 7, number 2, number whatever, and they're just reporting in for I guess the daily or weekly, little briefing on, okay, here's who we stole money from here, here's the assassination and here's how much money we made from it.
I was like, you guys can't afford a table for these guys to write at?
Yeah. The one that just reported in number 5, there was some real British train robbery, maybe a couple years before the movie came out, and that's what he was reporting in was the the £250,000 earnings from this British train robbery that was. Number 9's getting the rundown. Got the sweats going on. And of course we have Blofeld at the head of the room in a weird elevated platform, but has like the metal shutters drawn to conceal his identity kind of thing. And
everyone dab your face.
That's right. So I didn't catch what number it was, but someone just got electrocuted. That death chair is really good.
Yeah, that was Will Ferrell and Austin Powers that got that treatment.
Mustafa.
Yeah. Except it didn't work as well.
Yeah. Hello. I'm very badly hurt.
I know. These movies have just made me want to watch Austin Powers.
I know. So Largo, the guy with the eye patch, is given his little scheme, kind of plan.
Or as I call him, Mongo.
Yeah, Mongo.
Largo, Mongo. I feel like everyone's getting a rub down in this movie.
Yeah.
Or not in this movie, but movies.
Yeah, a lot of massages and... Yeah, so Bond just met some guy, Count Lippy.
I see they took his periwinkle blue outfit.
All over the place.
Thank you.
Periwinkle blue. I thought that was Goldfinger back there for a second. The guy in through the doorway.
Yeah.
Had that.
Screwing up the color scheme.
Yeah. So Bond recognized some tattoo on the guy's arm that he just met. He's calling Moneypenny to run it by her.
Put you across my knee.
Oh, yeah.
Moneypenny's looking better in this movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's not in it very much. I mean, not that she's in any of them very much, but
We have our own Foley work.
Yep. Oh, Bond, where'd that cat come from? Sorry, folks, it's part of the deal.
Yep. I saw a movie poster for Thunderball.
Yeah.
And one of the pictures kind of made me think of Star Wars because there were women hanging on him.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Very much like Luke standing and Leia hanging on him. Which is really creepy. Yeah.
The man with no face. So I think Bond is in Lippy's room just to find out a little bit more about him, and then someone we don't know. Face bandage man.
I like to think he pretends to be invisible and must wear the bandages so people can see him.
Yeah.
That's what it made me think of, the Invisible Man, where he wraps up his face so you can see him.
Bond goes back for a grape. Yeah. I think that was just a Sean Connery, like, I didn't eat lunch today.
I'll show him. Take this grape.
So we're not really sure why Bond is at this health retreat, health clinic. But he is making the moves on this lady.
Smell my armpits.
Ew.
Jeez.
Creepy.
And
I mean, it looks like he's just... I don't know. It's super creepy when he's just like holding on to her.
Forcing himself.
Yeah.
It's like, Bond, you're supposed to be smooth.
I know. That's
so aggressive.
That's the weird thing. Like, shouldn't he be able to just, give her a look and she, this is rough. He's on this stretching machine. The rack.
Yeah.
I think the idea is it stretches your back or something, so it's gonna work him up and down on this table. It looks insane. I can't believe they got Connery to do this. Yeah. I mean, you'd think like 4 movies in, he would say, "I'm not doing this unless you pay me like significantly more." Weird. I know. And of course, it gets turned up to 11 by I think Count Lippy. Oh my God, it looks so bad. Oh wow.
They're trying to rub off Bond's wang in this scene, I believe.
Rub it straight off.
Yeah. The source of his power.
Yeah.
So awful. Must be 6 inches tall.
You got stretched.
I'd be like, nah, I don't want to go in the steam room. All hell's breaking loose. I'll probably get boiled. Yeah.
Well, apparently assassination attempts can't contain Bond's libido.
And for assassination attempts, it's a pretty weird one.
It is.
It's like you had him strapped down.
Yeah. Where could he go?
Of course. Saw some butt cheeks.
Oh, yeah. He says, "See you later, alligator." I mean,
that's cool.
That seems weird coming out of Sean Connery's mouth, James Bond's mouth.
I know. That's like something little kids say to each other.
Yeah.
It's just always made me think of the spoofs where like they put them in too long and their body got tiny in the steam room.
Yeah, I was really worried when I was rewatching this that they were going to do something like that. So Bond's cranked up this. What is this device?
It's a steamer of some sort, just for the body.
It looks like you're sitting in a washing machine.
Yeah.
So Bond is just like put a broom handle through the handles to keep him in.
Sitz bath and heat treatment.
And they don't go back to that guy. Like, does it kill him? You know, I can't imagine that it would kill him unless he was in there for hours.
I mean, you could get dehydrated.
Yeah. But I guess he just wanted to screw with him. I thought this was Bond at first, but it's not. It's not James. Someone else is getting down.
Chick's popping out.
Yeah. So we've got, this is Major Derval, and she is Fiona Volpe. Italian bird. They tone it down a little bit with the names in this one. They learned their lessons with Goldfinger. This is a nice shot. Derval answers the door to himself. I mean, it's obviously a projection, effect, but it's kind of cool.
What they had.
Yeah. So they gassed the real Derval.
Whoa.
One Swedish made penis enlarger. I don't know who this guy is. Second guy in the room. I didn't pay him any attention the first time. So he's going to hold out for more money. I'm sure Spectre will go along with your demands.
Yeah, they seem pretty understanding. And once you're done with your job, we shall kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. Horrible negotiation skills.
Was she really concerned that the way he wore his cap was going to give him away?
Well, everyone knows that he can't possibly wear his hat back farther.
Right.
It's weird.
Okay, where are we here? The NATO... Something like NATO airfield. This room is really toned down from a lot of the other little places we get to see.
Only the villains get the nice places. Yeah.
So NATO is running test missions armed with 2 real live atomic warheads.
And,
sure.
Yeah. Well, you gotta test with the real thing.
Yeah. I mean, and they probably do for real, but it just seems weird.
I think that was the premise behind Broken Arrow.
Yeah. Yeah, and, pretty much exactly. And that's the thing, like this, I don't know if this is the first movie to do it, but it becomes a big, plot scheme in a lot of Bond movies where they steal some warheads and.
Oh, Broken Arrow is a John Travolta.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure you didn't think it was a Bond.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. Travolta is Bond. Hey, I'm Bond. He's James Bond.
Ooh, it's so weird. Hey, he's got the same hair pattern as Sean Connery.
I apologize for my Travolta. That was really bad.
I thought it was pretty good.
I always go back to Vinnie Barbarino Travolta.
I actually like Broken Arrow.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But I haven't seen it since it,
Yeah, the mid-90s or whenever that came out. But I forgot I wrote down what Thunderball, what they say it meant, was the nickname for the mushroom cloud.
Oh, that's right. I did read that, yeah.
I forgot it was in my notes. I just saw it when I was flipping through.
Well, in some of the reading I've done on Ian Fleming, when he was planning, because his job in the Royal Naval Command or whatever, one of his jobs was coming up with these types of missions, not executing them, not like going out in the field all the time, but just coming up with the plans and things like that. So he would give them names like Thunderball and things like that. So some of that is just from his experience.
I don't know who came up with the American shock and awe, but come on, do better than that, please.
So Bond is just cruising around this health clinic again, and I'm still not sure, was he sent here for a reason? Is he just happening upon an evil plot?
I took it as they were trying to get to him, and now he's suspicious.
Yeah.
Like he was there
recovering
from an injury.
Right. And that is what he is there for. He's there to recover, but it's very convenient that there's an evil plot going down.
He's Bond.
Everywhere he goes.
That's what happens when you don't use an alias.
That's right. So Bond finds this dead, bandaged body.
Seriously, why don't you put that on before you get to there?
No one ever puts a silencer on before they're going to use it.
I mean, I know it's a little longer, but come on.
I like that SPECTRE and NATO send their people to the same places to recover. This is weird because we've got two assassins.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird when he wrapped the phone around him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The walk away.
The casual alarm break.
This seems like horrible acting to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
know, Margot.
Why is the carpet all wet? Odd. I like that he just killed a guy and then goes back to banging.
Apparently that's the only way Bond can be turned on.
Yeah.
Sad.
I need a fresh kill. It's a big. You always forget how big some of these planes are. That they got room to get up and walk around.
Oh yeah.
I always think of jets as just Goose and Maverick, like
right
behind each other.
Just cockpits.
Yeah.
Ugh, I can't.
What are you trying to say?
Cockpits. I think the energy drink is affecting my speech pattern.
Right. It's all that taurine. So he's plugging in his
it's his breather.
The breather that she gave him and gassing everybody out. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, that worked.
I know.
It's a pretty slick plan.
Yeah.
Overall, I mean,
No.
Step 1, cut a hole in the box. Step 2, steal bombs. Step 3, get paid.
I thought you were gonna start singing.
I was, mixing it in. So they're stealing this jet, and he's gonna crash it, seemingly.
Think about it.
But could they not just take it to some Spectre-controlled airfield and land it and carry out the plot, the exact same way and just...
I don't know if it's supposed to delay things because they think it's a crash.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, they do want to put...
I mean, they're going to be alerted either way, but this way they're searching for...
That's true.
Right, rather than trying to track.
Yeah.
Spectre likes their boats.
Yeah.
So, it wouldn't surprise me if...
You can see the seams that'll come into play later on the boat. The underwater landing lights. Which, later on you kind of see how shallow this little stretch of water is, so I guess you could have lights on.
It's pretty cool, though.
It's a great idea, yeah. He pulls his Sully Sullenberger maneuver and lands this thing on the water, which...
Yeah, shouldn't really work that well.
You wouldn't think so, but I mean dude landed a 747 on the Hudson. But I'm sure there was speed was...
I don't think it was a jet.
Yeah. This is weird.
Looks like a Stingray.
Yeah.
Gotta put down those landing gears.
So as the plane descends to the ocean floor, it just goes perfectly horizontal all the way down.
Yeah, wouldn't turn over or anything.
Nope, wouldn't go nose down or... I gotta give it to Largo here. He's one of the bad guys that, it doesn't just sit back and let everyone else do it. He's suited up in the wetsuit and he's going after this sunken jet.
Goldfinger pretended to be a general in the last one.
Yeah.
He was there for the big...
Yeah, that's true.
Big stuff. I mean, this is pretty big.
Yeah.
Always, not depending on Mafia to do all this collection. Yeah. Oh, no. Don't worry. We'll help you.
Yeah. We'll help you out of this sea and then give you the more money that you tried to extort us for. Or just cut your air supply and watch you die. It's a nice little betrayal. I like when bad guys turn on each other and...
No honor amongst thieves.
Nope.
Especially when you try to get more money from...
Yeah, you can't try and screw over Spectre. This little underwater... I call it like a bomb sled. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Like I saw that and I was like, oh, they had that back then?
I was wondering about that too. I tried looking it up to see how common these things were, or if this was... Because like a lot of Bond movies, you get to see things that are still pretty new and, you know, people wouldn't have seen a whole lot. So I kind of wonder if this is one of those kind of newfangled
like the jetpack
devices. Yeah. I don't think... Do they explain what the box is that he took? Is that like the transponder kind of thing? Or?
Yeah, I sort of thought it was to... activate.
Oh, okay, yeah, probably. Has the bomb codes and that kind of stuff, yeah. Did you see what's written on the...
No.
On the bombs? No?
No.
Oh, there you go. Handle like eggs. That's awesome.
Apparently fragile just doesn't cut it.
Yeah.
Or danger. Nuclear warhead.
Yeah. Pretty cool little move. They're covering up the jet with this, I don't even know what you call it. It's like a netting, you know, camouflage netting kind of thing that they...
I would have just painted the jet black and put some googly eyes on it so they think it's a giant stingray. But, you know, I'm not Spectre.
That's why you don't work for Spectre.
Yep. Apparently that'll cause some attention to be drawn to it.
I'd go for well in the briefing room with Blofeld. Well, my plan is to sink this jet and then paint googly eyes on it.
That's foolproof, I tells you.
Number 138, you're dead.
We're not even wasting the electric chair on you. Somebody just kick him in the balls.
Show yourself out.
I'd get the Mustafa treatment where they sort of kill me.
It'd be hard to hammer in a stake underwater.
Like, don't you guys have like a cool like gun that'll shoot like spikes?
Yeah, that would have been a nice little modified spear gun that just shoots in.
They're all just going hi ho, hi ho. I still like my Stingray idea better. Badass.
I love that the crewmen of the Disco Volante wear T-shirts that say Disco Volante, and that's an awesome name for a boat.
Yeah, that's pretty tight.
Yeah, because it means flying saucer in Italian.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. So the bombs are loaded onto the boat.
That's not how I handle eggs.
No. It's a weird looking boat too.
It's very skinny and long.
Yeah. Bond's getting called away to London.
He's like, I love this job. Gets me out right after I get
Oh, sorry, baby. I'd love to stay. Nice line. Another time, another place.
It's no later, alligator, but it'll do.
It'll do. The Aston Martin.
Now,
the look on his face.
Was he shooting that through his windshield? It looked like he was just pointing forward from the steering wheel and shooting.
Oh, I thought it looked like he had his arm out the...
I thought it was right by the steering window. Wheel. Maybe I just saw it wrong. They had that left over from Goldfinger.
Yeah. The rear projection is decent. At least they kind of match up the
the scale is car. Good too.
Yeah. They still can't work on rats. Yeah. So yeah, we got some mystery motorcycle rider that just saved Bond. Oh, that logo on the side of the bike wasn't there when she was firing at the car. The PAS logo for the bike wasn't.
I wonder if he's tired of throwing hats because of what's his face?
Oh, Odd Job.
Odd Job.
Yeah. It's like bad things happen. This is great. Bond in a room full of other double O's.
Much like the Spectre scene.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And these are, I guess, all 9 of the double O's. So, kind of makes sense. There's no 0010. They just kept it to 9 00 agents. And
there's no just 00.
Right. Triple O. So here we have MI6 finding out from Spectre that they've got their bombs.
So this is why I was expecting $1 million like in Austin Powers, but they said $100 million.
Even then, they knew $1 million. That's a joke.
$1 million. Pinky to the mouth.
In my notes, I had this little scene written down as meanwhile back in the most British 1965 convention, because this room was full of stuffy British dudes and giant maps.
Yeah. I just don't get it. It's like a lot of the double O's have horrible eyesight.
Right. Well, keep in mind, this is before the days of zooming in was a possibility.
True.
If you want a big map, it's got to be a big-ass map on the wall.
And now back to talking at this table.
Yeah. So what do you think?
They broke it open like a SAT.
Yeah. Codename Thunderball. So what do you think everyone else's mission folders had? Were they like, you're supposed to go here and do this thing, and maybe it'll lead to finding the bombs?
I didn't know if they were assigned to other possible
leads,
agents in Spectre. Because they don't know who...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if they know who the other agents are. They probably don't. But I just always thought of it that way. Bond's going after number 2. They're going after the other possible numbered Spectre.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just thinking of that because they had a mirrored scene with Spectre.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm assuming there's other maybe possible targets.
Yeah. So in Bond's mission packet, there was this photo of the guy in bandages that he recognized. Derval. always a girl. That's a big stretch. I mean, because she's in Nassau. That's what leads him there. But why would where his sister lives be any relation to where the plot is taking place?
Yeah. Just wants him, like, the sister to be really unattractive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's really Bond's toughest mission yet.
Yeah. It's like, I don't think I'm going to go to Nassau.
He's like, 12 martinis. I don't care.
I think this hat thing was a line or a reference to he no longer wears hats in the movie or something. That's why they got rid of it. It's kind of a weird. Sea turtle.
Hanging on to a turtle.
Yeah. Badass.
The original underwater propelling device.
Yeah.
Kind of steering the turtle with her hand up its butt.
And there's Bond stalking a fellow diver because he's James Bond.
Yeah, he's creepy that way. Yeah. I was kind of wondering how his hair was going to be underwater.
Yeah. I think they used a little extra glue. Or did he have a special underwater toupee?
Yeah. Of course he'd say that.
Yeah. What does he say next? Like, you swim like a man or something like that? Yeah. You swim like a man.
Quite a bit of practice. You have to practice to swim like a man.
Yeah.
I'm assuming at this point there's women that do, like, real swimming.
Yeah.
Like in the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's talking about paddling around. I'm assuming he means like synchronized swimming where they're just...
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah. Probably.
Glamour swimming.
Yeah. So, the diver lady, at this point, I had a hard time distinguishing her from the lady on the bike, in the blue dress. Like, later on when you see their hair dry, you can tell one's a redhead, one's a brunette, that kind of thing. And then the lady in Bond's boat is one of the women from the gypsy camp and From Russia with Love. I think, because I named them Mila Kunis and Rosario Dawson, so I think this is Rosario Dawson. But yeah, that was the one in Bond's boat was Paula. She's just his Bahama
mama
helper friend, and I get the impression that they don't have a thing going on, which is kind of nice that he can actually work with women that he's not banging on the side. It's a weird way to cut it because it looks like they just left. They were anchored out just a little ways and came directly up to the beach.
Yeah.
It's like, so why did he need to be towed in or brought in?
I think this is the most modest swimsuit a Bond person has ever had.
Yeah.
Who wears a suit at the beach?
Yeah. Kind of that guy. Conch chowder. Does not sound appetizing.
Conch. Makes me think of Talladega Nights and Shake and Bake. The guy says he posed for Playgirl as Mike Concho. I think he ruined the word conch for me.
Yeah.
It's a weird cover-up.
Yeah.
But whatever.
It's a little forward of Bond just inviting himself to lunch with her and then asking to meet her guardian.
Yeah, he's coming off a bit desperate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little obvious. But he's only got, 4 days, I think they said.
Yeah, that's true.
So he does need to, amp up the interrogation. Bond just showing up to this, I guess it doesn't seem like a casino.
Yeah. Until
it seems like a outdoor, like... It's a nice little...
Thank you.
Awkward moment.
There's Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Wearing her sunglasses at night.
Yeah. In a lot of these movies, especially later on, they tend to add in people that they know, or friends of.
Oh yeah.
Of the Broccoli's, or people tend to be around these tables at casinos, that are so and so. But I don't recognize anybody here.
Should have done a count of how many Bond movies have a casino or poker style scene.
I bet quite a few of them.
Yeah.
I don't know what game they're playing. I never know.
I think the loser gets paddled. I'm not a big card guy, so I don't really know.
There's so many versions of...
As far as I know, this is Old Maid. Ooh. They playing blackjack?
So apparently 9's a good thing.
He doesn't look like an Emilio.
No. There's not a lot going on in this little moment here. It's it's an okay, bit of, like, it wasn't an exciting casino scene, So this part of the movie just kind of a little dull because he's just going back to interrogating her again. So.
Let's do some boring slow dance.
Yeah.
And like like modern spy movies, they jazz it up with some tango
mm-hmm.
while they talk in each other's ear and check the room out.
Yeah, I don't think they ever make Bond out to be a good dancer like in a lot of spy movies, like you said.
Well, he's British.
Yeah.
They're very stiff.
And this is Claudine Auger. She was like Miss France or something like that before this movie, or some kind of something like that of note. And I like her. I mean, she's
classy.
Yeah. Bond gets invited to Sunday brunch.
It's bugging me. Largo looks like somebody. I just can't put my finger on it.
It's weird because so far, like, none of the people really are standout performances. You know, there's Largo's he's a decent villain, but he's more of a template for later villains. You know, the eye patch, that kind of stuff. But
he's just like a strategist, really.
Yeah.
Creepy lady. Seriously, why were shorts that short?
I know. Oh, they get shorter later on.
I still like his onesie in the last movie.
His terry cloth onesie. They got him in this pink button up this time, but he's still got the blue shoes and shorts.
Yeah.
And yellow towel. He's got like a very soft Superman color palette going on. I always like when Bond does a little bit of spy work in his hotel room. The hidden tape recorder in the book. Mm.
Didn't look like there was a whole lot of tape on that.
No. I do like the camera tracking the footsteps through the room, though. Through the audio recording. It's pretty slick.
Some horrible acting.
Yeah.
That
love tap on the wrist. So we got a new Felix.
Yeah, not as dashing.
No, but he's not as like frumpy as the last Felix was. Because the last one was kind of balding, middle-aged, like.
Maybe I'm thinking of the Dr. No agent.
That's the one who had the cat eye glasses and looked like, you know, Bond's equivalent. And then I forget, did they have? I don't think they had a Felix in From Russia with Love. And then
they just had that Dolph Lundgren guy that was creeping around the whole time.
Yeah. So we had a little One of Largo's guys, his name's Quist, who is Bond discovered him in the shower just then in his room, so he's running back to Largo.
I thought Quist sounded like, oh god, the stupid sharks.
The sharks are great, man.
There's no lasers.
Man, there's no lasers. Quist's shirt looks like a bathrobe.
Yeah.
This is weird. He kisses his ring.
It's
before he feeds him to the sharks.
Nice effect.
Yeah, just change the film to red instead of having any blood. So it's weird because Bond's team just kind of gets bigger and bigger. So we've got Paula, Pinder, who's the guy in the red shirt, who just looks like Quarrel Jr. And then you got Felix. Oh, just the red suits on the back wall.
Oh, yeah.
Come in later, I think. And here's Q coming through a secret side door.
He's dressed for the occasion.
His Hawaiian shirt just makes me smile. His jungle fatigues. I like a Q that goes out in the field. Bond just playing with switches. Like, how does he know that wasn't a missile launcher?
Yeah. That's very bomb looking.
Yeah.
It's like, flick this switch and it'll self-destruct.
Yeah. Got some new gadgets for this movie. They're not as impressive as I think the last one, but he's got an infrared camera, distress beacon, breathing apparatus, flare gun, Geiger counter. Like, there's nothing sexy there.
Is that like a half a breath there?
Yeah. I like this. He asks what to do with the homing beacon. He says to swallow it. His look at his face. Like, no? It's great.
Just be glad it wasn't a suppository.
Yeah. We got another recording delivered to MI6 with more instructions from Spectre.
Feel bad for the guy that has to point to the top of that.
Yeah.
We need a bigger stick in here.
Good thing he didn't go above the equator.
Yeah.
So, Spectre wants their 280 million pounds in the form of, or 280,000 pounds in the form of diamonds.
Yeah.
Which, all right. I appreciate the mid-movie MI6 check-in.
So weird looking.
Yeah. The red, I guess it's a scuba suit.
Yeah, I've not seen. Like, I don't know. It's just oddly put together.
Yeah.
That, and he looks like he's getting ready for the Thriller video. He's got these white swim trunks on and this wraparound red.
I don't know what they call it. Bond's going to spy on the Disco Volante. Oh, his watch has a Geiger counter, so he...
But doesn't light up.
Yeah,
so he has to shine up.
And of course, because it's James Bond, he's instantly detected. Because he's the worst spy ever.
I'm like, seriously, was that guy just hanging out down there all night long? Underwater fight.
Looks like Scuba Steve.
Damn you, Scuba Steve.
With Disco Volante playset.
No. However will I breathe?
Uh-oh, he's got a camera. Takes the worst pictures ever. It's a nice effect, though, dropping the grenades on him. It looks like it really does screw with him.
I just think if he can get low enough, it shouldn't really cause too much problem.
Yeah, I don't know how. Essentially, it's like a depth charge, right?
Yeah, but they seem to be blowing up at the surface almost.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that concussive wave, I guess, but...
Yeah, I don't know how widespread that goes from a grenade.
See, I always pictured it spreading outward rather than down.
Oh, yeah.
But, I don't know. Haven't had too much experience diving under explosions.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if that was supposed to be like the boat hitting his tank.
Oh, I missed that before. Yeah,
because it makes
a noise.
So.
Like, yeah, it's like clanging on the.
Yeah.
So I guess they winged him with the propeller on his oxygen tank, which in any other scene of the movie would have caused an explosion, but but since it's Bond's oxygen tank, it's.
That would have been cool if it was hooked up with an explosion. Like if he clicked a clicker
to
detonate it once they took it on board.
That would have been great.
And I like how they go, oh, we must have hit him.
Yeah.
It's not like he could have left this behind.
Right. He must be dead.
Moving on. Because this is Thriller. And those are some short shorts.
Yeah, Bond's booty shorts.
He was the original Daisy Duke.
Yep. Bond gets picked up by a mystery woman.
Is this the Fiona one?
Yeah. This is she was on the motorcycle.
Couldn't tell if her hair was red or brunette.
Right.
It's too dark. Wait, are we actually filming at night? I forgot to really look. No, it's still counts daylight.
No. She's wearing a SPECTRE ring.
I don't understand why they wear those.
I guess if you're part of that club, you want to...
Well, I mean, like, when you're around James Bond.
Yeah, you'd think you'd hide him. Yeah.
Like, if you're going to the social, you want everyone to know you're part of the club.
That's a good point, because later on, she kind of... he seems surprised that she's
Because they seem to know each other.
And that's the way with every Bond movie. Everyone seems to always know that the other one knows that they know,
Because I remember in the casino, he's like, "Oh, my associates have spoke of you, Bond."
Yeah.
Largo said to him.
Yeah.
So it's like they know, and he mentions the Spectre thing, and it's like nobody's fooling anybody. So maybe that's why she's wearing the ring. I don't know.
Could be.
It's too confusing.
It was a weird moment because they made a big deal about how fast she was driving there. Mm-hmm. And you assume she's going to attempt to kill him, or so that it feels like there's a threat there. But then they just pull up to the hotel, and he in his booty shorts just go to the hotel.
I miss those scenes where they're developing film.
Yeah, you don't really have that too much.
And then some jackass opens the door and ruins the film.
So they've developed his pictures that he was taking underwater and found some sort of under the boat, little trap doors, that kind of thing. So they know that the bombs were probably taken from the jet, loaded onto the boat. The shirt that Felix has it's not as good as Q's pineapple Hawaiian shirt, but
just a glimpse into how my mind works.
Yeah.
I remembered the bomb said eggs.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're smuggling eggs, not warheads. And then I was like, wait, no, that's Bond's shorts.
Yeah.
They're the egg smugglers. That's just how my mind just worked right there. It went from one way to another.
Yeah.
That probably says more about me than
I
care to realize. But, I don't know. God, maybe I need Ritalin or something. My brain's just flying everywhere. I don't know.
I couldn't go on that journey with you.
Come on.
Is that... I just noticed the little helicopter that's out in the distance. It looked like it was just a piece of paper that they glued onto the piece of film. See, and she's giving him grief about if Bond had died last night, we should have just killed him then, but she had him in her car. So it's one of those weird, the villain could have killed him on that rack earlier. They could have killed him in the car. And he's supposed to show up here today anyways. So do they know that was Bond in the helicopter spying on them?
I feel like nobody cares.
Yeah, it's a strange, and I think Largo hesitates to kill Bond because he doesn't want more MI6 involvement this soon. Is I think the motivation for keeping him just entertaining him and just keeping him alive and not. And again, I think because the performances are a little just so, I didn't realize that was Domino. I just thought it was some random woman that was swimming.
Yeah. Ooh.
I do like that line about knowing about women.
Cool. These fellas look entertaining.
It's weird because these are supposed to be our henchmen.
Yeah.
But they don't really do much. I think Vargas is meant to be very intimidating. And even this line about Vargas doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he does not make love. Like they're setting him up to be this intimidating, cold killer, but
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah. And then his other henchman, Yanni, I don't think we see do anything.
Yeah, that Yanni guy looks like he's a mafia henchman that maybe doesn't have what it takes, so they just keep him around doing the simple tasks.
Yeah. This is great. Bond just shooting from the hip.
Well, of course. I'm surprised he doesn't put his arm up and shoot in that weird manner.
Yeah. So Largo showing off his sharks. Yeah. He calls them the Golden Grotto sharks, which and he also claims that they're the world's most dangerous sharks, which I kind of looked that up, and they're definitely not the most dangerous sharks. It's like the bull shark from somewhere is. And there is a Golden Grotto like location in the Bahamas, but it's not really a real type of shark, I guess. But not that matters. I see they just invited Bond along to hang out with them that night. It's a lot of pleasantness. Fiona's showing up to... I don't really know what she's doing here.
She's got a date with Mr. Bond.
Well, I guess we do see Johnny do something. He's here abducting Paula. Okay, so they're just there to see what information Bond has gathered, I guess. This little street parade is a nice bit of flavor and local culture.
I thought they looked like a bunch of piñatas.
Yeah, they do. I guess this type of parade is called the Junkanoo. It's like a street parade with music, dance, costumes. So it's kind of their version of a Mardi Gras. But it's they do it every Boxing Day, New Year's Day, and some other holidays. And I guess when they were filming here, there wasn't, one of these parades going on just regularly, so they did this one just for the movie, but they allowed all the people to handle the decorations as if they would a normal one. So
cool.
The decorations and floats and all that stuff is authentic and. We've got Bond going back to Palmyra, which is Largo's little estate.
Shark habitat.
Yeah. And this they're definitely filming at night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like that trip. Uh-oh. The lights have gone out.
Guess they don't have automatic switch over to the generators.
Nope. It's always fun to see Bond in infiltration mode.
Or he's actually being a spy.
Yeah.
Oops.
Because it's weird, because sometimes he can avoid detection,
But most of the time.
Probably because this guy's harmless, so it's fine if he avoids him. Unfortunately, Paula has she heroically took herself out with some cyanide. Too bad.
Yeah. He's like, moving on.
Yeah.
No
Never
remorse.
got a chance to.
Well, was that the girl, one of the girls that was fighting
At the gypsy camp?
Yeah. So he's been with her and the other chick. So.
True, yeah.
He's like, I had my fun.
Yeah. Got a nice little gun battle that Bond starts as a distraction, just...
I love that.
The leap onto the roof.
And when he drops the gun, it fires. Clumsy Bond.
Yeah.
It's very Pink Panther.
Yeah.
Although that would have killed the bad guy if it was Pink Panther shot him or
yeah.
something. And water.
Into the shark tank. Oh wait, this is just the regular pool, which
oh yeah.
So they've released the pool cover and locked him into the pool.
And it's a hardcore pool cover.
Yeah, it even looks... Their pool cover looks menacing. And of course, the shark pool has tunnels that lead into the regular pool. Because, bad guys.
They saw this one coming.
It's weird because this does not look like Sean Connery underwater here.
It's his underwater hair double.
Yeah, his eyes just looked weird and...
Oh, they're going to go for the blood.
So he's behind like a piece of glass, basically, separates him from the sharks, but apparently it was just like holding a window, so above and below and to the side of the piece of glass were completely open, so had the shark really wanted to.
Yep. Yeah, right there.
You can kind of tell he's got his hand up against a piece of glass. And that shark there that was chasing after him as he was getting out of the pool was a dead shark that they were pulling with a line. So
nice. I don't know if you could get away with that today.
Yeah.
I think PETA frowns on animal corpse play.
Yeah. So Bond is back to the hotel. There's a lot of scene changes in this movie. Like, there's a lot of, like, Bond goes here, Bond goes here, Bond goes to have brunch on Sunday, then he goes back to the hotel, then he comes back to the Palmyra,
Then Mardi Gras party,
yeah,
shark party.
Yeah. There's a lot of scenery changes.
Yeah.
And of course Fiona is waiting for him. I like the bit where she asks for something to wear and he gives her shoes. That's really funny. It's a good thing she had that towel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so she's supposed to be in Paula's room. Since their rooms were connected, I guess.
Yeah.
Bond and Paula's. moving it to the bedroom.
Bond seems bored.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, that's horrible.
What's that?
That face he made.
Oh, I didn't.
Where he was trying to pretend he was a tiger. It looked like. No. He was like, rawr.
Yeah. Oh, because he says the bed's like a cage. Yeah, it's weird.
That's weird. Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
That's so aggressive.
Really going after that trumpet.
That's supposed to symbolize their lovemaking?
I guess so. It's all wild.
Sadistic brute. His hair looks like a comb over right there.
Yeah. So this is weird to me. His genuine surprise when... Or maybe it's because she has his gun. That's why he's surprised. Not that she's turned on him, but that she's got his gun, I guess. She almost looks like Elizabeth Shue right there. It's strange hearing him say that, he only slept with her because it was his job, and it just sounds like...
Make her feel like it meant nothing?
Yeah.
Like she wasn't doing it for her job?
Right. I do like this moment. She's basically calling him out, and really it's kind of in direct reference to Goldfinger, the way that, I guess because of the criticism that movie got for the pussy galore, and just flipping as soon as Bond had his way with her. So she points out that she's not going to be flipped, and so I like that. She stays true to her character.
And she's like, "Oh, Bond, I'm gonna run away with you."
So they've got Bond in captivity, which, had this been Goldfinger, he would have been, captive for about the half of the movie, so. It's a nice little distraction here with the booze and the...
Ooh.
Winged him.
Yep. Is that the first time he gets shot?
I feel like what was...
I know he's been injured before, but...
Yeah, because he had like a knife to the back.
Yeah.
Earlier, yeah. I think it is his first gunshot. Yeah.
I like the look of this. It's like chaotic.
It is. That's what I had written down. It's filmed very frenetically, so it does feel, it's a good chase for, because of that. Like, it feels like Bond is literally running through a real parade, and of course the dog peeing in the middle of the street.
Yeah. I read a thing on that I didn't see it because you have to pause it, but apparently the extras that showed up had 007 hats.
Yeah. There's stuff like that. There's I forget if it's later or if it's already been on screen, but there's like a Mr. Planner's Peanut costume. I think I saw Superman a little bit ago.
Nice. Kind
of in the background of Superman costume. And so, yeah, I guess they just kind of get to do whatever the hell they want with their... But, this is a nice little chase scene. Using the parade as a distraction. And I love that they're using the there's the Planner Peanut top hat.
Is that Captain Morgan?
Kind of looks... It doesn't have a hook, so it's not Captain Hook. in the music right now is the same of the music they used in the Gypsy Raid scene. And
oh, really?
Like some of the, I think some of it is a little bit different, but parts of it have the same song. Bond kind of gets away from the.
He generally looked like he didn't mean to run into that guy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Bond's hiding out at the Kiss Kiss Club, which kind of looks like the outdoor Pussfellers Club from Dr. No.
Yeah.
Kind of has the same outdoor dance club vibe.
He's been moving pretty good on that bum.
Yeah.
Shot into the thigh or to the calf. Well, that's gonna help.
Yeah.
That piece of toilet paper he ripped.
Right.
Jeez.
So I don't know if he's meant to have a bullet in his leg, or what? Did he just get grazed? He must have just been grazed, right?
I don't know. It made it look like it was straight on.
Yeah.
Like from the angle he got shot at.
Doesn't take him very long to catch back up to him.
Nope.
I like this. He grabs some girl from the bar and just starts dancing with her. Fiona shows up and cuts into Bond's dancing. It's a nice bit of dialogue between the two because she knows that, the other goons are basically getting in position around him and just trapping him in here.
Yeah, it looks like you enjoyed dancing, but they're awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the look on her face because she knows, what's about to happen. The drumming.
Music. So he got shot through the hand?
No, I think it's supposed to be like
he just has.
He just instantly happened. Yeah, he instantly happened to put his hand on her back right after she got shot. That's a good line, though. He dumps her body on some couple's table, or in the chair, and says she's just dead. Oh, there's Superman.
I think I saw him.
So what's this little scene? Looks like back to NATO or MI6. How are they doing?
I
think they're making their arrangements in case Bond doesn't come through. So they got about 15 hours before Spectre, I guess, blows something up.
Was it an English or American city they were going to use the?
Well, they had the two bombs, and they were threatening both or either.
Yeah, it wasn't really, or at least
one
I
or the
tell.
other. Yeah, there's your. Well, it's not a stingray, but badass manta ray.
Yeah. Isn't that what killed the alligator dude?
No, I think that was a stingray.
Was it a stingray?
Yeah, because I think the manta rays, I don't think they're huge. They're like big wingspan.
This guy does not change his flying outfit.
Nope. He kind of reminds me of like a Magnum PI Tom Selleck kind of guy, but obviously without the mustache. But just that
casual attire while he flies.
Yeah. It's a cool helicopter.
Yeah.
Got these little floats on it so it can land on the water. It's nice.
Yeah.
Shoot one of these sharks to keep the others occupied.
That's smart.
It is.
They smell blood. Cannibals.
It's like, I tried looking it up. Do they really kill a shark for the purposes of the movie? Some places seem to, it was hard to find a clear answer of whether they just had a dead shark that they used for that purpose, or if they literally just killed one for production. So I couldn't really find a clear answer of how they did that, but hopefully they didn't kill a shark just for the movie, but you kind of know that they did. Bond's found the wreckage, or I don't even know if you call it wreckage. It's just the intact plane sitting on the bottom of the bay. What would you call this?
Golden Grotto?
Yeah, I guess the bottom of the grotto. Because it doesn't feel like the bottom of the ocean, because it's it's only shallow.
It's maybe like 20 feet.
Yeah,
it seems like. I mean, there's still light coming through.
Right.
And they obviously need to camouflage it.
Yeah.
Since you can see it clearly.
Yeah. Always weirds me out when there's, a body of water like that you can see the bottom, but it's technically the ocean.
Yeah.
So he's found the cockpit full of dead guys, and
we saw the general or whatever, Darval.
Oh, Derval. Yeah.
So the imposter.
Right. Took his watch and his ID, dog tags, or whatever. So now what does Bond learn from this? He knows that the bombs are not on the plane. Yeah. So he knows for sure they were stolen. Which...
And he knows Duval, imposter, is no longer in the mix.
Yeah. Okay.
Now he's got to go to the disco. Since he knows, based on his pictures, that they have a launching bay for the bombs, I guess.
Thanks for the shot of Bond's crotch.
Oh, glad I missed that. Well, in his contract, there's at least 2 moose knuckle shots per film.
Oh, this part's so weird. So Bond and Domino meet up underwater.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with, little. But it seems late in the movie for them to still be casually meeting up for.
Did you get the same note on this that I did
about
the bikini?
Yes.
Yeah.
They shot it with a bikini top floating up to the surface, and then the producers thought it was too risque, so they switched it out to being was it goggles or flipper?
It would make more sense if it was a flipper.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have the goggles, it would make it hard to.
So I guess we're to believe that they just had sex underwater. So Bond's sucking out this poison from sea egg spine that she stepped on. And now Bond's poisoned and dies.
It's the first time I've tasted a woman there.
Yeah. Oh, it's so weird.
Oh, I missed that. I see a lot of these horrible lines in the subtitles we're looking at.
Yeah.
And I may have just missed that one, but now I've seen it and wish I hadn't.
So he's got to fill her in on the fact that her brother is no longer with us. See, again, a lot of more shots of like Bond's inner thighs than I'm comfortable with.
She did a good job of being sad right here.
Yeah.
I mean, that part's a little cheesy, but...
Yeah. I read one of the kind of goof kind of things was about her mascara running here when she was just in the ocean. You know, wouldn't her mascara have been, you know, completely gone?
Guy that doesn't do anything.
Yeah, Vargas is shown up to snoop on him, I guess.
That whole thing about him not, smoking, drinking, making love, I'm like, that doesn't make you creepy. That just makes you really lame and weird.
Yeah. And maybe that there was more to that, in the book. Maybe it was a big deal that his sole vice, I guess, was, killing and that kind of thing. So maybe he's meant to be way more intimidating and...
He looks sickly.
He does. He's very creepy. They found a good actor to pull off his look, but
I'd love the casting call on that.
Mm-hmm.
Creepy white guy needed.
Yeah.
Please have large head.
Yeah.
And very pale. Okay, that's the part that got me confused because I thought the watch was the Geiger counter.
I did too, but apparently the camera has a Geiger counter as well. I don't remember Q saying that. Yeah.
It may have been a mistake.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
I like how he can shoot that from the hip too.
Oh yeah. So Bond whips around and shoots Vargas with the spear gun.
It like flailed dramatically when he shot it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's weird that Vargas is now dead.
Like right here, I was like, I bet you wish you had some ladies in your life now.
Yeah.
Or did something besides kill.
Or give him one final request of a drink and a cigarette and a handy from a woman. So here we have a little voiceover of Domino giving Bond kind of I guess where and when he should infiltrate the, I guess, Largo's mission. I don't know. It's a weird. I guess it's so that he can infiltrate the route that they're going to take.
Yeah.
And this whole part to me is a little strange. But I do like that. I like Bond.
There's the crew.
Yeah, the crew with their Disco Volante shirts.
Well, they look like a stage crew because they're all in black t-shirts and dark pants.
Yeah. With Bond's cut-off shorts. Pink shorts.
Where did he get the shoes? Was he swimming with those? I thought he was barefoot at
one
point.
When they were back up on the beach just now, like he had that button-up pink T-shirt on, and like they had like a picnic blanket spread out with all kinds of supplies. So that's where he's.
No, I meant when he got out of the water.
Oh, like he was just now in the water, right? Yeah, I guess he was wearing them in the water. I don't know.
I thought he was barefoot. Maybe I saw that wrong.
Yeah. So Bond just swallowed the homing beacon. And Domino is coming aboard the Disco Volante.
Unfortunately, Bond had chimichangas in the Homing beacon fell out way too quick.
Okay, so Bond has just been waiting here by this canal. Oh, it's great. Takes out one of the Disco Volante guys and puts on his suit.
Was there like a Tommy Bahama like sponsorship or something?
I don't know.
Because some of these shirts of this movie are just weird.
So Largo's leading his team of, they're called like frogmen, like, you know, just anytime you're in scuba gear, kind of.
I like to think of them as Largo and the Largettes.
Nice. Or Largo and the Frogmen. That's a nice band name. So Bond's swimming along with them. And this mission of Largo's is weird to me. Because essentially they infiltrate Largo's own boat.
Yeah, that's what
I'm very unclear on why they needed to, you know, gear up in scuba gear and quietly get onto Largo's own boat. Seems like they could have just been there the entire time, you know? It's...
Unless he thought they were, like, somebody was watching him at his estate and they had to
guess that has to be the reason.
Because I know at one point Bond asks if he stays on the ship. And they go, no, he has a house on the island.
Sure.
So I'm assuming he gave that info to somebody maybe.
Yeah. Just, it's weird. I don't get the reasoning.
So he slipped out the back door of the house. Got into scuba gear.
Right.
With 15 other dudes.
Right.
And dove back into his own ship. I think they just had a water camera and they wanted to really use it.
Yeah, that's what it, you know. But we might have talked over it. The boat is now heading to Miami. So I think we're led to believe that Miami is going to be at least one of the locations for the bomb to go off.
Yeah, it wasn't too clear in the beginning, like what the plan or where it was going to go off. I figured a coastal city, but
for me, from here on out, the bombs and where they are and where they go, and it gets very unclear what happens to the bombs for me. I mean, right now they're going to pick up the bombs because they've been stashed in this underwater cave kind of thing.
Yeah.
That has secret doors.
Yeah, and they've obviously been there a while.
Yeah, it's a nice little... It's not even an underwater base. It's really just an underwater bomb storage. Yeah. But they get to use that cool little yellow mini sub. And
I mean, I wouldn't want to keep the bombs on my boat.
No, and I'm sure that's why they don't want the radiation. I'm sure that's probably why they don't want MI6 to find the bombs because of the radiation, so they've hid them here, which makes sense.
Well, then, you know, I just wouldn't want a bomb on my boat.
Yeah. I mean, eggs are hard enough to keep, keep from breaking, so.
You end up having Linus the intern running the boat and doing a reef, and boom.
Yeah.
I don't know why I picked the name Linus, but whatever.
It's a good
it sounds like a
incompetent henchman name.
Linus, damn it.
But I have to give props to this henchman. Or that might have been Largo, actually. But someone, that was...
Oh, Largo's got the white hair flying around.
But someone spots Bond somehow. He's got the same goggles and covered head that everyone else has, but somehow he was identified this far in. I mean...
Yeah, I thought they would have noticed him earlier when they were
in
on
the boat.
Ship.
Yeah. But I'll go with it. I mean...
Yeah. Like, hey, that guy's not using our same swim technique.
Right.
I just noticed. Everyone knows it's left, right when we kick with our legs.
So Bond gets trapped inside this little bomb room.
Good music.
Yeah. Back on the Disco Volante. Domino's.
He promised me he wouldn't take pictures of us.
She's turning on the Geiger counter camera.
That apparently is in the camera now, not in the watch.
Right. Oh. I don't know why he would suspect the camera.
Probably because she was holding it weird.
Yeah, that's true. It's not holding it like you'd never hold a camera. Yeah, I guess that's...
Like,
I suppose that's why. Oh, this part's so... so creepy.
Dun, dun.
I guess Bond manages to find some kind of underwater cave system and finds a bit of light up at the surface. It's cool. It looks like they use a real cave here.
Yeah.
And it's not a bunch of paper mache rock walls. This is probably the darkest any of the Bond movies have gotten so far. Largo's just threatening Domino with like torture, a cigarette and ice cubes, which is really weird. But
I'll be like, I'll take the ice cubes, please.
Yeah, it's really dark. That's creepy.
Yeah.
And this guy's interesting. Like, we haven't seen him do anything, and he's there, I think,
he's
to oversee the bombs. Yeah, he's the bomb expert. But you can definitely tell he's not a evil guy. He's probably just getting a paycheck.
With that scene, I was like, oh, please don't just watch.
Oh, God. That would have been... Yeah. That would have been awful. Bond just waiting it out, knowing that he's got a homing beacon in his butt. He's thinking, I hope they get here soon.
He's like, hurry, I gotta make boom boom.
I guess, it still would work. He just would have to stay near a pile of shit.
Yeah. I'm guessing that cave doesn't breathe very well.
Yeah. Poor ventilation.
God, I'm so mature.
Yeah. Dick and fart jokes.
They're timeless.
Yeah. It never won't be funny. Bond uses his flair that, that Q knew that he would need.
Yeah.
I think he's used everything so far. The watch, the camera.
Flare the breather.
What else did he give him?
And the poo pill.
The beacon. Is there anything else?
I
think that's it.
Yeah.
And he's already used the Aston Martin earlier in the movie.
Yeah, that was kind of lackluster.
Yeah, I think they just had
the water that looked weird. And the bulletproof shield.
Yeah. I'm betting people loved it from the first movie, so they probably wanted to throw it in the...
Did it survive the...
Yeah, didn't it? He crashed it into the building, but the car, I think, survived.
So they went back and got it?
Must have, because that's...
that would explain why it looks so ragged. But
yeah, in Bond lore, it's like that's the same car that goes throughout. That's his Aston Martin. So, yeah, he must have went back for it.
Huh.
So now we've got Largo and his little army of goons. Yeah. It is nice that I just now realized that they left Largo without the mask or whatever, the head covering, just so you can tell which one Largo is with his white hair. This is great.
Yeah,
bunch of parachuting. These are like CIA and Coast Guard agents, all parachuting out and diving into the water. It's pretty awesome.
Visually, it's really neat.
Yeah. That's an amazing shot because you can see them clearly at the bottom of the...
With the big yellow underwater submarine.
I guess I see why they had to use the camouflage, and because you could see them crystal clear underneath. And it's nice that they gave them reddish orange suits, so you can tell good guys and bad guys. Yep. Oof, that'd be shitty if you got tangled up in one of those parachutes underwater.
Yeah. It's like, oh hell. Alright, everybody fight carefully.
Yep.
There's eggs in the water.
Yeah. It's a nice little standoff.
I like how they all group together. Like,
oh, yeah.
What the hell, guys?
Let's form a wall. Probably the first underwater battle.
Yeah, spear fight.
And it's shot really well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean...
This was impressive.
Yeah.
It was like a underwater war. Like a Civil War style. Because they had different colored uniforms all lined up.
Yep. Taking shots at each other with spear guns.
Which are kind of like muskets. Because you got to reload.
Yeah.
And I mean, I understand why they're doing that so they don't affect the bomb.
Right.
Like they're not using...
Yeah.
Like some...
Oof. Back of the neck.
Yeah. And it looks cool, and you get like a
the projectile,
a shaft sticking out of the chest.
So now...
Sorry, I had to dry off.
The dog is awake.
Oh.
I don't know. That's awesome. Bond's got his...
super powered...
Yeah, his jet-propelled scuba tank that he was playing with earlier.
Yeah. That's the other gadget.
But they didn't really make a big deal out of that.
He was just playing with it before.
Yeah.
I don't know how we forgot the giant canister.
I know.
It looks so funny, though.
Okay, I think we're going to have to take a pause break to let the dog out. Alright, we are back because my dog wanted to go lay out in the sun, apparently.
Yeah, a lot of hose cutting.
Oh, yeah.
I think they'd protect that a little more.
Oh, that was a great shot. Like,
it's where the bad guys have these giant hoses, and the good guys have the sleek, thin little hose.
Yeah.
Guy's a good shot.
Marksman, yeah. It is a nice bit of like just little fights going on in every little corner, and Bond does what he does with big fights, where he just kind of travels through the fight and either breaks up fights or
miraculously gets through unscathed.
Yeah. It's nice. He leads them into this boat wreckage and then flanks them or whatever comes around.
I like how they all go into this small...
Yeah, let's all go through this tiny little door. That's awesome.
Did Q ever say how long that little breather lasted?
I can't remember. 4 minutes?
That's
maybe?
what I thought.
I think I read something about the reason they did that was because that was about because it doesn't actually work as a rebreather. Yeah. So 4 minutes was about as long as he was able to hold his breath underwater. So
that's impressive.
Yeah,
4 minutes is a long time.
Well, he was like a bodybuilder, right? So he was probably fit enough that he could.
Yeah. Especially when you're fighting.
Yeah, a lot of moving around. Yeah, it would be hard to.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the part I liked.
I must have been doing notes earlier, and first time I watched that because I missed that. That was a nice. I mean, obviously dummy. Shot, but it was pretty well done, and it was weird.
Random
shot of a lobster. Yeah, which had to just have happened. Like you couldn't have planned that probably.
Like the dog peeing in the bridge.
It's like we'll just leave it in.
Even underwater, he's judo chopping like a champ.
Yep. It's a brutal fight too, because you got dudes like stabbing each other, and
although there's no blood.
Yeah, no blood. Yeah.
All these wounds.
Right. Yeah.
Like that guy.
And this nice, the octopus on the. So, right at the back of the head, or that might have been more to the tank. That's why he's flailing around.
Propelling him.
Yeah. But for the most part, the looks like the good guys are starting to edge out the bad guys here.
There's some blood that he had in his hand.
Yeah. And here comes the sharks.
Finally.
Yeah. They just recycled that shot.
This movie was lousy with sharks, and they haven't been around for this whole fight.
Yeah. So here's Bond just whipping through the frenzy, just whipping masks off and cutting oxygen lines. And
here's what's his face?
Largo.
Yeah. Mongo. Emilio Largo. Mongo. I have no idea why I thought his name was Mongo at one point. Oof. I'm guessing that's a real shark.
Yeah. So the bad guys have basically been beaten, but not Largo.
Yeah, the main guy got away, no problem.
With a couple of henchmen.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm cleaning myself. Here comes. Ooh. Alright. Saltwater in ice.
Yeah. I can't swim without my goggles in this crystal clear blue water.
I feel like there's I don't know. I don't understand where all these guys just came from. I thought they all went up to the surface with the other group.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe there were more. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so are they missing a bomb?
That's what I was... Because I don't think there's a bomb on that.
Not on this little...
Yeah.
No. Because that sled carried 2 bombs,
yeah,
right?
That's what I thought.
And it looked like one of the chambers was empty. So I don't know. It's
kind of a chaotic scene to keep track of everything, but I assume they'd both be on that still.
Yeah. Overall, though, that was a nice fight, between the red versus blue or black. So Largo's on the Disco Volante, and they're getting out of there.
This makes me think of the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible hanging onto a plane.
Oh, yeah.
Bond's underwater hanging out.
Well, I sure hope I hope he managed to, grab a hold of the correct section of the plane, or the boat.
been a long 4 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Jettison Cocoon.
That's a badass name. The Cocoon.
That's a pretty cool shot. And apparently the boat really did that. I mean, they built this back section,
Yeah.
But it means it had to operate as a full boat the entire time because I think it was really, really well done effect of building this part of the boat to just...
Freaking transformer.
Yeah. I love that dude laying on the front of the boat just firing a machine gun. These guys are just sitting ducks. They don't stand a chance.
Yeah. Like you're going up against a naval ship.
Yeah.
Look at that thing. Yeah. Horrible diving.
Yeah.
I saw at least 2 belly flops. That
hurt. Okay. We've still got one.
Yeah, I thought I saw 2 earlier. But maybe that was when they were moving them.
Yeah, he just happened to
yeah, that's
set
where he's
himself up on the front of the boat. Oh, I missed that completely. Okay, so the bomb guy threw the arming device into the ocean. So it's
I didn't see that.
So this bomb is completely harmless, I guess.
Well, I'm sure they could do something with it.
Yeah, you'd think. So we got Bond just laying out dudes in the cockpit of a boat. Well,
okay, the speed up thing really freaked me out.
Yeah,
it's just
they do the combination of speeding up the film and the projection of the rocks and things that it's not very well done. It's too bad because you go from an awesome fight underwater to a poorly done fight above water. Like normally they should be able to do fight scenes.
It's almost like that like like Yakety Sax should be playing. I forget the name of that show. Benny Hill, yeah. That's what it makes me think of when I see sped up.
Yeah.
Film. Yeah. Oh, good Lord. This is the second movie in a row where I was disappointed with the last boss sequence.
Yeah.
Which I didn't mention in the last one as one of my cons and is still annoying me.
This is nice, though.
Snap.
Domino gets her revenge, which is nice because she wanted Bond to kill Largo for her, but that was before the whole torture stuff So I like that it was her that shoots him in the back with a harpoon.
I thought that was kind of cool how his body and the arrow jammed the wheel.
Okay, I guess I
could have still moved him, I guess.
Yeah. Of course, they have an atom bomb, I guess, on board this boat, which explodes, but somehow doesn't set off the actual bomb. I don't know. Maybe bombs won't blow up in an explosion, but... And I think we never find out what happened to the other guy.
I was like...
get your own raft.
I was like, well, they're going to get busy in the raft, so three's a crowd, pal.
Right. Fine.
Oh, he helped me. And...
Yeah.
That's it.
pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Inflating the...
when arrows meet?
Inflating this little blimp.
I didn't read that all the way. Did I just say when arrows meet?
Yeah, it's probably like... Better hold on tight. So they're pulling off the skyhook maneuver that they've stolen from the Dark Knight.
They stole from the Dark Knight.
It's pretty cool, though, because it just whips Bond up into the air.
And like he's just holding on to her.
Yeah,
like not harnessed in.
Right. So that's it. I mean, they don't like their post.
No.
What do you call it? Like
post victory.
Yeah, they don't like to do extra scenes after to set up the next movie or they don't do any of that with these. So it's still kind of weird having once the bad guy dies, they basically you got 2 more minutes worth of movie and.
Yeah, you never have that congratulatory scene of like another job well done, bud.
There's so that's that was Thunderball.
Balls of Thunder.
I don't think I mentioned it, but that in 1966 they won an Oscar for special effects, and primarily because of like the underwater stuff.
Yeah,
so
I can see that.
Yeah. All right. Oh, we didn't even talk about the legal battle. That was kind of started because of this movie. Did you read any about that?
No.
So, Thunderball originally started as Ian Fleming got together with this guy Kevin McClory. They wanted to write a screenplay for a movie. Some things went south. I think McClory had another movie coming out that tanked, so it kind of made Fleming want to distance himself a little bit from McClory. So they parted ways, and that was like in 1959. So the first Bond movie would have been Thunderball, like in 1960 or So they couldn't come to an agreement on what to do with the movie or whatever. So they just scrapped it, and then a couple of years later, Ian Fleming started writing Thunderball, including a lot of the material from the screenplay that he. Kevin McClory and a guy named Jack Whittingham, they all came up with the plot of Thunderball, but then Fleming wrote his own book of Thunderball. So
I saw all 3 as the writer.
Yeah. So I mean, within his rights, Kevin McClory decided to sue Ian Fleming as the book was kind of being published and everything, and tried to get them to stop printing the book and everything, and So McClory won the screenplay rights to Thunderball. Fleming kept the book rights, and then that's why on this movie you have Kevin McClory listed as a producer. And then that is also why in 1983 McClory was able to produce his own version of Thunderball, which is called Never Say Never Again, starring Sean Connery. So they basically made the movie twice because McClory, I guess, never, wasn't satisfied with Thunderball or wanted to do his own franchise, and so Never Say Never Again is not. It's the same movie essentially. They changed a few things. There's no Fiona character, a couple other changes and things. It's just it's a lesser quality version of this movie. So yeah, that's kind of the whole Thunderball thing. And then I think that had something to do with McClory helped develop the idea of SPECTRE, which SPECTRE kind of starts to go away in these movies. Like, you don't hear SPECTRE being mentioned. They don't have a lot to do with them. So, but now, 2015, the rights have kind of reverted back to Eon Productions, and that's why we're getting a SPECTRE movie now, because I guess they got the rights back. So yeah, there was a big.
It's way too complicated for a movie. All right. Well, want to step into the world of pros and cons?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Let's see. Guess I'll start off with my pros.
Sure.
Let's see. I'd have to say, obviously the underwater fight sequences, especially the last one, where it was a full-on battle.
Yeah.
I dug the two new kind of futuristic gadgets of the jetpack and the underwater submersible submarine. I mean, I thought it was kind of cool that they got to use those in the movie.
Yeah.
And it must have blown people's minds in the 60s.
I would think so. It's still impressive now, just how cool that bomb sled looked.
And then probably the other pro would be the lack of women deteriorating after they're with Bond.
Yeah, definitely.
So what do you got?
Mine were I like the plot, the scheme from SPECTRE. Like their motivations make sense, their plan makes sense. It's a pretty simple plan, steal some bombs, hold the world ransom, and it's the biggest threat so far we've seen really in a Bond movie. And really becomes a big template, like I said before, for future movies, not just Bond movies, but like you said, Broken Arrow. I mean, I had never really thought about that, but it's basically the same idea. I also like we get a James Bond that does a little bit more sleuthing. I mean, he does some decent spy work in this. He's not just being dragged around like we saw in Goldfinger.
Yeah.
Like you said, the last that underwater, all of the underwater scenes are really well done. The filming is the first time they use like Panavision widescreen or something like it hadn't been done before, which I still thought that the previous movies have looked really good, especially on the Blu-ray and HD transfers.
Yeah, definitely.
But this one, does look a little bit even better. So
yeah, I saw it in YouTube, and it was not the best quality,
Gotcha.
So it was a whole other difference seeing it in high def.
I really like the Fiona character. She's a strong woman. She doesn't bend to Bond's, seductions and all that stuff. Like Anne calls out the previous treatment of other women. It's a little like too in your face of we're trying to make a statement about Goldfinger and previous movies, but no, those are my pros.
Okay.
What do you got for cons?
Cons, I'd have to say the confusion between the gadgets with the Geiger counter.
Oh, okay.
Kept making me, I don't know, it took me out because I was like, I don't remember that being, the camera being a Geiger counter, but
right.
I mean, it's a little nitpicky thing, but it bugged me for whatever reason.
It was weird, yeah.
And then, I don't know, I wanted more car.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't fault you there. I love that car.
Because it was... I mean, the gadgets were sort of all attached. The gadgets is one con because they weren't really that cool.
Yeah, they were a little lame. Nothing sexy about those gadgets.
I mean, and the jetpack submersible tank thing was just kind of funny looking when he was flying through the water.
Yeah.
But and then obviously we talked about it, and we probably both think of this as a con, is like the second in a row of the horrible sped up fight scene at the end with the main villain.
Yeah.
And then my last con would probably just be the weak henchman and
I had that too.
Largo / Mongo as the main bad guy.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's fine. He's a good strategist, but as a I hate this guy kind of villain.
Yeah.
He sort of picked up his game when he got to that creepy scene with at the end where he was like torturing her.
Sure.
But overall, I just thought he was kind of lackluster as a main villain, especially for a Bond villain, I should say.
Yeah. I had the resolution with the bombs. Like, until we were watching it this time, it wasn't super clear that, at first I thought, where did the bombs go? I didn't even realize that the Coast Guard had basically, captured the little sub, but then I didn't also realize that one of them was missing. It took this watching with the subtitles on to realize that one was on the boat still but was useless, harmless. So just a very muddy resolution of the bombs for me was, because they were the big threat of the movie. It seems like, and plus the last movie we got that great disarming the bomb, that kind of thing that we didn't get here.
Yeah, I know it also doesn't help that we're like note taking while we watch, but still it wasn't
so
very.
It is easy to miss things.
It wasn't very. It was subtly
right
disposed of, considering they were the main focus of the plot.
Yeah. My second one is just the overall. Most of the characters are very. No one really stood out aside from Fiona. I have no problems with the Fiona character, but Largo, Domino, Vargas, Felix, no one really just didn't, care about any of those characters, really.
There's a lot of thrown in characters.
Yeah, Largo was a dull villain, kind of like you said.
Well, even Bond's posse,
Yeah.
Like, what the hell was the point?
Paula. I like the fact that Paula was in it because, again, it seemed like Bond is able to work with a woman in the field seemingly without having slept with her. So that was nice, but she wasn't in it very long. And then Vargas being set up as a henchman, but we didn't see him really do anything. So either have one henchman and get rid of the Johnny, or merge them into one character, or have them both be really interesting. So there was a lot of underwater scenes in the beginning and the middle that I could have done without. It's not a big criticism because they're well shot, but the second time that Bond and Domino kind of meet up underwater with the whole underwater sex thing like that, I could have done without. But so that's really all my cons.
I don't know how I forgot about that already.
Yeah,
it was just such a weird throw-in scene.
Right, it seemed weird at the time. Like, had it been done earlier in the movie, maybe it would have been fine. But because they were already Bond was already closing in on Largo and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So those were my cons. Are we ready for just our overall thoughts?
For the ratings.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first.
Okay. Overall, I do enjoy Thunderball, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I was expecting. In my memory, I kind of thought this is the underwater movie, and then that made me dread rewatching it for this. But overall, I mean, I found myself enjoying it a lot more than I expected to. So it could have helped that when I did my note-taking viewings, I split it up into 3 sessions basically. I did it on 2 different lunches and then finished up basically the last 25 minutes, and so that probably helped that I was able to just watch little bits of it. But now we've watched the whole thing in one sitting, and I still enjoy it just as much. So, and it's nice that the Largo character became a template for other villains, even if he wasn't very interesting in this necessarily. So yeah. With all that being said, I give this a 3.5.
All right. See, I enjoyed it. Like, it was fun to watch, but I just didn't get that into it because I was just like, I sort of lost track of what we were doing.
Okay.
Because this is a long movie.
Yeah. It's like 10 minutes longer than the last one.
I didn't find the villains compelling.
Yeah.
I never felt like we were at any point really close to having something go wrong. Like, I felt like it was always pretty well in hand. Like, I didn't feel like maybe Bond was going to possibly screw this one up.
Yeah, maybe you're right, because there was no, countdown to explosion, to detonation, that kind of thing.
Because I really liked Goldfinger, and it had all that, but this one didn't have as much tension.
Right.
Like, I never thought Bond might lose this fight with Largo.
Yeah.
Because Largo looked like he wasn't really a fighter.
Yeah.
And then once we found out that the box got thrown overboard at one point by the scientists. We knew the bomb wasn't really in play.
Yeah.
At the end fight sequence. So I didn't feel the tension in this one.
Okay.
That I felt in the previous one, so I put it at a 3.
Okay.
I wanted to put it at a 3.5, but the end, it didn't really give me any tension or what's going to happen like I did for Goldfinger. So.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So that's where I'm at. It was okay. It was a good Bond movie.
Okay. That makes this 3.25 out of 5. I don't think it's our... I think Dr. No is still our worst.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was like a 2.625 or something like that. So, so yeah, that's still a decent movie though.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I don't have I didn't hate it.
So you probably recommend it for like
just
a one viewing, but not like a
I might rewatch it like years down the road, you know, just to.
Yeah.
I mean, just for the water sequences alone,
were
pretty fun to watch, especially that last fight battle in the water.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay. Well,
all right, that wraps it up for.
I think so.
Thunderball. Balls of Thunder. That's the subtitle.
That's right.
Thunderball. Balls of Thunder.
We
should do that. We should come up with what the catch line or like the second title is
the tagline. Okay.
You know, like Dodgeball, the underdog movie or something.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
underdog story or something like that.
Like Dr. Or was it Goldfinger? Where'd you put that finger?
Well, maybe we'll work on those.
I don't know. I thought that was spot on.
Yeah.
Because during that whole movie, I'm like, why does he have a gold finger?
Right.
What has he been doing? Dirty man. Yeah, I took it in the gutter again.
That's fine.
What's wrong with me?
All
right. I apologize to my parents.
Dick and fart jokes.
We just need some wacky sound effects.
That's right.
Be a morning radio show.
Whistle. Yeah. Get that horse out of here.
All right. Well, do you want to introduce the upcoming movie, the next movie on the list?
Sure. We're finally going to get back to some actual comic book heroes. We've got Batman the movie from 1966. So, have you ever watched it?
I have seen bits and pieces while it's been on TV.
Okay.
And I've obviously watched the television show.
Yeah.
And from what I hear, it's basically just a movie-length television show.
Pretty much, yeah. Follows the same format.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is very theatrical.
And I don't remember them having a huge like special effect budget kind of feel to it. So it's, I guess, like a lot like the Superman movie, where it's essentially
it's a TV show.
That's just longer.
Sure. Yeah.
And, I don't know. I'm just waiting for. All I can say is wholly not watching Bond movie again, Batman. Because I've been getting a little bonded out.
Yeah.
And, I'm ready for some kapows and.
Good. Well, you're going to get plenty of them.
Some masked heroes. Although I guess we had Bond in a scuba mask.
Yeah, that counts, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, just to wrap things up, be sure to follow us online. We're at Real Comic Heroes on Twitter and Facebook. We're also online. This is actually the first episode we've recorded now that we are actually releasing episodes on iTunes, and we've got our website up and running. So be sure to like us or rate and review us on iTunes. That'll really help us out. Our website is realpodcastnetwork.com/realcomicheroes. So check us out online, and we'll see you next time. And Loki is ready to be done. So
yeah, she cannot wait for the next episode.
I know you want to watch Batman, don't you? Don't you, girl?
Yes, I do. Whoa, that talking dog.
All right, well, we'll get out of here, and up next we'll do the trailer for Batman the movie.
No.
Batman.
Quick! Everyone, flee for your lives! Emergency. Batman speaking. Warning all of you to brace yourselves for big news.
The biggest.
Tell them, Robin.
Holy superlatives, Batman! It's really exciting. Soon, very soon, Batman and I will be batapulting right out of your TV sets and onto your theater screens.
That's right, Robin. our first full-length motion picture feature in color opens a whole new world of thrills. The big screen gives us more space on land, sea, and in the air to challenge the most cataclysmic collection of super criminals ever. Their minimum objective must be the entire world.
And here are the dastardly villains. The Catwoman.
Oh, you're going to see the perfect crime when I get Batman in my claws.
The Joker. Have you heard this one? It'll kill you, Batman. The Penguin.
There are 2 eggs this wily bird is going to scramble. Batman and Robin.
The Riddler.
Question. Who's going to make the feathers fly and knock Batman and Robin out of the sky?
See, the new weapons in the Bat arsenal combat the forces of evil. The Batcopter. The exploding, man-eating shark.
Holy sardine!
The relentless Megaton magnet. The unholy quartet's secret submarine.
Fire one! Fire one!
The Batboat in action. The deadly disintegrator. The attack on the Batcave.
Holy hallucination!
You'll blast through the skies on these mad, manned missiles.
And you'll be with me, Robin, at the Bat Scanner, eavesdropping on Batman's romance. And you'll shudder at the death-dealing Polaris missiles.
Brace yourself, Robin. This could be the end. And that's just a sample of the exciting exploits ahead in our first feature motion picture.
Holy memoranda, folks. Make a note not to miss it.
Good thinking, Robin.